Yo, what up, Blackish fam? I hope all is well in your corner of the world. Man, really excited to get back into some Coast Contra and not just their freestyle, but get into their actual songs. We've been going kind of backwards in their catalog. Looks like some of this music has been out for the better part of a year, but really excited to break down their bars. These cats, I used to hoop. I got next, bro. I got next, right? These cats got next in the game, and they've been making waves for sure, but I think these cats might fuck around and be legends, right? Definitely cop their album. This is gonna be this if it's anything like the freestyles, it's just off the charts, right? I haven't heard. I was born in '82, so I was prime time for '90s rap, and these cats have brought it back to that like Wu-Tang era, Method Man, Redman, Nas, Jay-Z, Rakim. The wordplay is there, but the flow is there, the excitement is there, and I don't know many people in the game that got that energy right now. This ain't no Drake Future stuff right here. This is legit bars. Really excited to get into this one. This one is Get the Worm. So not sure what this one's about, but it looks like there's not a video for this one either. But yo, let's get right into it. Check it out. Their beats have been on point too. That's a long. Cream. That's old Wu-Tang, right? We were just talking about Wu-Tang back in 1994. I was in 6th grade. And they came out with Cream. Cash rules everything around me. Get the money. $100 bills, y'all. Right? That's what Cream stands for. It's an acronym for Cash rules everything around me. Shout out Wu-Tang.
Yeah. Dream, get the money, cream, who gon' get it for me? Yeah. Dream, get the money, cream, who gon' get it for me? Yeah.
Ain't no one gonna get it for you, bro.
Dream, get the money, cream, who gon'
He's saying get the worm, right? Is that what I'm catching?
Yeah. Dream, get the money, cream, who gon'
Like
get it for me?
No shit, Sherlock, right? That's the name of the song, Get the Worm. But that's funny because I imagine there's an old saying. It's a proverb, right? It's the early bird gets the worm. It's meant to emphasize the importance of starting something early to maximize the potential outcome. There's actually a second part to that. The early bird gets the worm, but the second mouse gets the cheese, right? If you're the first mouse, pop! Gotcha, bitch, right? But the second mouse can come right up and eat nicely. So there is a play on that as well.
Get the money, cream, who gon' yeah. Dream, get the money, cream, who gon' get it for me? Yeah. Dream, get the money, cream, who gon' get it for me? Yeah. Dream, get the money, cream, who gon' get it?
I gotta dive into where they get their beats from. They're born to beats are as old school hip hop as they are, and there's definitely some old school beats that they're using. I think I heard some of those freestyle remixes, but really interested about the production team. Definitely on point.
Get it for me, yeah. Dream, get the money, cream, who gon' get it for me? Yeah. Dream, get the money, cream, get the worm. Dreams take shape, then escape. Wake up after that. God get the thanks, and my grace place come after that. Money set the pace.
He said, God gets the thanks. Say my grace. Plates come after that, right? You don't eat until you say grace, right? Pray before you eat.
Wake up after that, God get the thanks, and my grace place come after that. Money set the pace, it's a race chasing after that.
The wordplay. The wordplay is what I love, right? He said money set the pace. It's a race chasing after that, right? But when you have a race, like think NASCAR, they have what's called a pace car. So he's not talking about just keeping up the pace, but he's also talking about the pace car. That's the car that the other cars have to drive behind before a race starts, or if there's something on the road and they need to keep control of all the cars. So just really funny wordplay there. I don't know if a lot of cats are catching that. But obviously it's a race, right? You're chasing after that bag, of course.
After that, money set the pace, it's a race
chasing after that.
If you meet your fate, heaven's gates, prayers after that.
Prayers after that, like when you say grace and you eat, but also prayers after you meet your fate. You're at heaven's gate, right? The trumpets are playing.
The race chasing after that. If you meet your fate, heaven's gates, praying after that. I say either way, keep the faith, can't be too detached. I see niggas break, see the fight, think they lead a match. But I know it's straight, got the light if you need a match.
Bro, I don't know if how many cats are catching that, right? He said, what did he say after that? To keep the faith, can't be too detached, right? And then what did he say there? He said he see niggas break, see the fight, then they leave the match, right? You got to have faith. Things are going to happen, whether they might be good or whether they're bad. Things are going to happen. Some niggas break under stress, right? But also the wordplay. Back in the day, we used to say, yo, Joe, hey, I'm done hooping, man. I'm going to break, bro. Break also means to dip, ride out, back to the bricks, right? So there's wordplay there. You see niggas break. They see the fight and then they leave the match, right? They see the size of the hurdle and think it's too big to overcome, so they don't even want to be there for the fight, right? And they break. Sick wordplay, sick. It kind of reminds me of this old Polish joke. I shouldn't say it's Polish. You get insert whoever the fuck you're making fun of. Let's say your mom, right? But there's this joke, and it was about Polish when I first heard it, emphasizing how stupid a Polish person could be. So the joke said, man, I know this Polish chick, she swam halfway across the ocean, decided she was too tired, so she swam back. Right? And again, insert any instead of Polish, say Puerto Rican, Mexican, white, black, whatever that might be. No, nothing against my Polish people. It was in Mowimi Popolsku, right? I don't, but you know, it goes to show sometimes you got to think about it, right? From an intelligent point of view, you swam halfway around the world or halfway across the ocean and decided it's too much, so you turn back. You're still swimming the same distance. If you would have just continued, you would have met your goal, but you didn't even realize it. You were too worried about what you saw as a big hurdle that you couldn't overcome, right? So there's a lot to listen to, and that's why I love these cats. They're not just saying, they're not just rhyming. I was listening to Montana 300 earlier. He's from Chicago. He's got some wordplay, and in the wordplay, he said he's the greatest rapper alive. I was like, bro, I can't co-sign that. You got good wordplay, but you're not really saying anything. You're saying 6 foot underground, rapping with down. It's cool. Don't get me wrong, but this is more on an intellectual level where they're talking about something. There's a story. It's not just wordplay for the sake of wordplay or synonyms or homonyms, right? It's just you got more of a message. And I think a lot of people forget old school hip hop. It was more about the message and also putting positivity into the world of hip hop. It's not all negative, bro.
Fight, think they lead a match, but I know it's straight. Got the light if you need a match.
But also the wordplay, gotta reference it, right? We straight because he won't break, right? He's talking about we straight, but I know we straight, like as in I'm good, right? We used to say that a lot back in the day. Yo, I'm straight, bro, right? But got the light if you need the light, but you might need the light in regards to the passion. You need help and guidance with faith, right? But also the light, yo, you need a match, right? Just that wordplay, bro.
Fight, think they lead a match, but I know it's straight. Got the light if you need a match, cause we wasn't white, paid the price, now we free to black. A nigga left school, that should prove that I never capped. Was in the lunchroom like fuck food, nigga, let's go rap.
Ooh, that motherfucker left school, right? He said nigga left school. That should prove that I never cap, right? Cap, because he's not going to school, he's not going to get a graduation cap, but also cap like he ain't lying, right? Come on now.
Prove that I never cap. Was in the lunchroom like fuck food, nigga, let's go rap.
Let's go rap.
On the track, I'll overlap any rapper's yap.
Ooh, put me on a track, I overlap any rapper's yap, right? When you're running on the track, we used to do this thing, bro. Like, motherfucker, you got lapped, bro. A lap, when you get lapped, that means that you guys are both running and somebody is running so fast that he's made his way all the way around the course, circled right back to you, and is now, it looks like you guys are competing together, but you're not competing together. He's on a whole other round. If you're going to go best of 10 laps, I don't care. You could try to race him to the finish line, but he's already going to be finished when you got another way around to go. That's called getting lapped, right? But he's saying, put me on a track, like a running track, He'll overlap any rapper's yap, but also put me on a track as in like a hip hop track, right? Sick wordplay.
Put me on the track, I'll overlap any rapper's yap. Now I'm making cheese, they ain't believe I get it off the craft.
The cheese, I get him money. He gets it off the craft. His craft is rap. But I don't know where you guys are in the world, but here in the U.S., one of the dominant brands in the cheese market is Kraft. Kraft sliced cheese. A lot of people know that brand. But again, making cheese isn't getting this money. Come on now. Keep up. Keep up. Get your ass lapped.
Now I'm making cheese, they ain't believe I get it off the craft. Crabs in the barrel, it's a shame how they hold you back. Think about the crab, you see the barrel, not his habitat.
Bro. Now see, this is just the level of intelligence that these cats have, right? He said, crabs in the barrel. It's a shame how they hold you back. Now, a lot of younger cats might not get the barrel reference, but that's something called barrel syndrome. If you want to put it another way, it's like, if I can't do it, motherfucker, you can't either. It's about jealousy. It's hatred. But it's jealousy and hatred that also turns into a behavior, right? It's like, for instance, if you put a bunch of crabs into a barrel, which is where the name comes from, and you leave them alone, and some crabs will try to climb, and they can easily get to the top of the bucket and escape, but that doesn't happen, right? Other crabs start to pull them down, right? So that's called barrel syndrome. Sick reference. A lot of cats, it's probably going over their head, but it's you can reference that and think of it as a metaphor of people trying to get out of the hood, right? And people are hating on you. I'm from Chicago, right? I had a commercial web design company and a marketing company, and bro, you wouldn't believe how much motherfuckers hated. They're like, bro, what are you, motherfucking Indian, bro? That's some third world ass shit, bro. That's stupid. What about GoDaddy? What about Wix? I was like, bro, do you know how big the pie is? Do you know how many businesses need web design and search engine marketing, and how many businesses come and go every year? If you had 1% of the market share, you would be a rich motherfucker. And guess what happened? It took us 36 months to do $1 million in revenue. And it wasn't all profit because we had employees. But these are cats that were working at T-Mobile, working at Boost Mobile, Cricket, old retail face motherfucker, talking shit to me when I'm trying to be an entrepreneur. What did I do? I was laughing all the way to the bank. I bought this crib in the suburbs. I bought an investment property, started making moves, got the little whip, right? I look back now like, ooh, look who got the shit face. Motherfuckers that hate hard, bro, and not know what the fuck they're on. Like, bro, that's that crabs in a barrel. That's that syndrome.
How they hold you back. Think they ain't believe I get it off the crab. Crabs in the barrel, it's a shame how they hold you back. Think about the crab, you see the barrel, not his habitat. Gotta get this cream, live my dream, yeah, I'm after that. Once I left the coast, I met the coast. Now we on
I left the West Coast, right? Then he met Coast Contra. Sick.
Dream, get the money, cream, who gon' get it for me? Yeah. Dream, get the money, cream, who gon' get it for me? Yeah. Dream, get the money, cream, who gon' Dream, get the money, cream, who gon' get it for me? Yeah. Dream, get the money, cream, who gon'
This is one of those tracks. From everything I've heard from them before, and this is again dates me. Back in the day, you can tell a great artist because you could put their CD on and you could just let it ride in the background. I didn't have to look for the tracks I liked, right? Nowadays, you buy a track, Kanye, you got 20 tracks on there, but you only listen to track 3, you listen to track 8. Again, I'm dating myself because motherfuckers ain't buying CDs anymore. But back in the day, there were certain albums like Fuji's, The Score. You could just put that on and let it ride. I don't care if you're on track 2, 4, 8. It's just good music. And that's what I've heard from these cats. It's their wordplay, their vocabulary, their intellect, their rhyme schemes. It's so at a level that it's intriguing, and I could just let it ride. The beats are good. It's just good hip hop. It's a vibe for sure.
Dream, get the money, cream, who gon' get it for me? Yeah. Dream, get the money, cream, who gon' get it for me? Yeah. Dream, get the money, cream, who gon' get it for me? Yeah. Dream, get the money, cream.
Classic.
Once we get the M and the M, what's the aftermath? Shady niggas slim, dick bitches been back to back.
Bro, what's up with the wordplay with Eminem? Now I don't know what the second M is. He said once we get the M and the M, what's the aftermath, right? It's obviously money. I would think money, power, respect. I'm thinking the locks, right? But he said the M and M. Let me know in the comment section if there is another M that I'm missing. But he's also referencing Eminem, right? Slim Shady. He says shady nigga slim, thick bitches bend back to back. But he also said aftermath. I don't know if a lot of cats will catch that unless you're a little bit older and you know about Aftermath Records. Aftermath Records was founded by hip hop producer and rapper Dr. Dre, who famously signed Eminem. They started Aftermath after Death Row, but it operates as a subsidiary through Interscope Records, right? And that's how a lot of cats in the game, they don't own their own music, right? They report to a company that reports to a company that reports to a company. And there's being an independent artist. But Aftermath is huge, right? Not just Slim Shady, and who eventually popped out with his own label as well. But they had not just Dr. Dre himself, Eminem, they had Kendrick Lamar, Anderson .Paak, Silk Sonic, right? With Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak. They used to do 50 Cent, The Game, Busta Rhymes. Like, this is a major company. When you start talking about net worth and what Eminem is worth and Dr. Dre is worth, a lot of it is from their music, some best-selling music, but it's also from these people that they have under them. It's very similar to a pyramid scheme, minus the scheme, of course.
What's the aftermath? Shady niggas slim, thick bitches bend back to back, skin deep. Niggas grab the pen, ink, tat for tat, line for line, underneath your nose.
They're referencing tattoo art, right? What do he say? Skin deep, right? Pen, ink, tat for tat, line for line.
Back to back, skin deep. Niggas grab the pen, ink, tat for tat, line for line, underneath your nose where they had it set.
Ooh. Now, see, I didn't know this. I wonder if there's a little meaning there. He said, underneath your nose is where they had us at. There's some meaning there. This is what you call an idiom. Idiom is, it's basically, they're saying that it's used to describe something when someone fails to see something, even when they should, right? Like when you say, man, I don't know why you couldn't find your hat, bro. It was right under your nose, right? Like my wife will always say, like, bro, she said, it's a whole other story, but that's what they called an idiom. Now, did they meet with Aftermath and try to get signed to the label, right? Because it sounds like he's saying that. He's saying, like, underneath your nose is where they had us at. Come on now.
Tat for tat, line for line, underneath your
nose where they had us at.
Four dopest niggas you don't know when on top of that. We was waiting tables, waiting patient, ain't no rush, relax. Autopilot.
Wordplay off waiting, right? Waiting tables as a waiter, but waiting like you're waiting patiently, like they did to get in the game.
You don't know when on top of that. We was waiting tables, waiting patient, ain't no rush, relax. Autopilot, keep it fly, but modest, just a humble cat.
The wordplay as well, autopilot, like relax, chill, things are already in motion. You could take your foot off the gas, somebody's handling the controls, autopilot, but the wordplay would fly, right? Because a lot of pilots are flying, and you could put on autopilot as well.
Rush, relax, autopilot, keep it fly, but modest, just a humble cat. God get the praise, let my accolades come through that. I could've fronted coke like my mom's, but I chose to rap. Niggas ain't believe me like Houdini, I got out the trap.
Woo! He thought he's referencing Harry Houdini, right? Most people just simply refer to him as Houdini. This guy was a Hungarian cat. And he was basically an escape artist. He had magic. He performed stunts. But really, he was really well known for his escape acts. But in this case, they're not dealing with the same type of trap that he needs to escape from. He's talking about a trap house, or also a trap like an inner city, right? And the inner city dealings, as in, like he said, fronting coke. But he chose to rap, right? There's a lot of things that are put in motion to perpetuate how minorities are dealt with in the world. It is a trap in itself. But he's saying he escaped that trap, but he chose rap to do it. And he escaped like Houdini, who is known for his escape acts. Sick.
God get the praise, let my accolades come through that. I could have fronted coke like my mom's, but I
chose to rap. Niggas ain't believe me like Houdini, I got out the trap, right?
Good breaking down woods like a lumberjack. lumberjack.
Woo, them backwoods, right? He's breaking down blunts, smoking that green, that ganja, that dro, that Bin Laden, right? But lumberjack, the wordplay with woods.
I got out the trap, smoking good, breaking down woods like a lumberjack. Thinking back to the slums where I started at. Whole life, my palms been itching. Did this shit from scratch before the laid it in the.
There's a superstition, right? The itchy palm superstition basically says that if you have itchy palms, that you're about to experience good luck. You're about to come into money or meet someone new that'll eventually lead you to money. But scratch, playing off itch, but also doing something from nothing or doing something from scratch, like you can bake from scratch.
Smoking good, breaking down woods like a lumberjack. Thinking back to the slums where I started at. Whole life, my palms been itching. Did this shit from scratch before the stool. Laid it in the kitchen, we was whipping that. Real crack, hear the epidemic. Put the shit on wax. Wait your turn, go and get the worm. Where your vision at?
The crack epidemic, right? It's sad. But I think more importantly, what he's talking about is wait your turn and be ready to pounce when your number's called, right? Be putting in that work, right? What he's talking about, wait your turn to get the worm. When you get your worm, you don't have to choose rap. You don't have to choose crack, but you have to choose something.
Put the shit on wax, wait your turn, go and get the worm. Where your vision at? Dream, get the money cream, who gon' get it for me? Yeah. Dream, get the money cream, who gon' get it for me? Yeah. Dream, get the money cream, who gon' get it for me? Yeah. Dream, get the money cream, who gon' yeah. Dream, get the money cream, who gon' get it for me? Yeah.
Ooh, the scratching is sick.
Dream, get the money cream, who gon' get it for me? Yeah. Dream, get the money cream.
Is there any other? Could be something else. Okay. I don't know if somebody else is gonna flow. They're just scratching. Sick. Looks like they're still. Okay, I think it's done now.
I love the part that y'all letting y'all guys shine. I told y'all about God a long time ago, and everybody in the cipher know God, because I can tell in your spit that you ain't praying to no fucking pie in the sky, nigga. You know what?
Who's this?
You look at him in the mirror every day, and you pulling him out every day, more and more. All y'all niggas got y'all guys shining, bro. You know, I applaud y'all niggas, man.
When you look in the mirror and you see God, that's also a 5% Nation of God reference, right? Or it could be. But who is this? I wonder if this is their dad or this is their coach. I'm not familiar with who this is. Let me know in the comment section if you guys know.
More and more. All y'all niggas got y'all guys shining, bro. You know, I applaud y'all niggas, man. I gotta go, man, because y'all niggas is just too far from me. Coach Contra the next, bro.
I got next, right? If you hooping, I got next. Yo, sick, man. We're going to continue getting into Coast Contras until their album, the music that they got out so far. I believe they only have one album, so it shouldn't be too hard to get through this as well as the freestyles. Man, if you guys are on this wave with me and fans of Coast Contra, we're about to dive deep and we do intense breakdowns, right? We don't just let the record play. I don't just listen and tell you they're raw. We're breaking down their lyrics bar for bar. I want to know the context of what they're saying. If you guys are fans of the intense breakdown, show some love, like the video, but subscribe to the channel. We'll definitely be diving into some more Coast Contra as well.